To get patients into a hospital sounds easy, but it's a very complex process.
It's such a needed resource, and we need to maximize how we can operate and function on that.
Patients come from the emergency department, from direct admissions from clinics, from the operating room.
When we say no to a patient, that really hurts. It's part of our commitment to our community is to be able to take care of the patients that need us and our specialized services.
The demand's quite heavy at times, and to be able to figure out where they're going to be placed in which beds is really something that you need a single point to be able to have everybody look at.
And this platform, the combination of the people and the technology, allows us to be much more organized and systematic about our decision making. OHSU Mission Control is our operational command center to manage access and patient bed flow across our system. Before we had OHSU Mission Control, we declined over 500 patients who needed OHSU care because we could not accommodate them.
Any transfer requests that came in, they either came to OHSU or unfortunately were not able to place that patient, which left a lot of people out in referring hospitals unable to get some higher level of care that they may need.
Once we kind of analyzed it more carefully, we came to the realization that probably we could have done it if we would have been more centralized. And that's kind of was the instigator of really this command center and our partnership with GE to kind of really bring modern technology and analytics into our daily operations.
So that we can make sure that the right patient gets to the right place and hopefully it's closer to where they live.
The pilot said weather cleared enough that they can go. Do you want me to send them?
So Mission Control allows us to have now real-time visual awareness of what's going on across our system, not only just OHSU up here in our main campus, but also in our partner hospitals. And that really allows us to kind of function much more as a system and make decisions as a team really based on keeping all of our entry portals open.
It involves our transfer center, so patients coming from referring hospitals across the state and across the region. It also includes patients from our emergency department that need to have inpatient admission, and also includes surgical patients that need placement after surgery.
On the tiles, we have real-time data feed of how many occupied beds we have, how many dirty beds we have, how many beds are in demand in a given service areas by acute care, critical care, mother-baby unit, pediatric hospital components, pediatric ICU, all of these things who change very quickly, and we before that never had them on one side. So now we have sort of a system level. It shows us also what is the demand, how many patients do we have in our transfer center waiting for admissions, how many patients are at home waiting for admissions, how many patients do we have in our ED, and that allows us to function much more as a system and balance these often conflicting challenges.
Mission Control is staffed 24/7 by the physician on duty, administrator on duty, and the bed flow manager. So a physician and nurse that is responsible for placing patients in inpatient beds and to triaging patients appropriately to the ICU, to the acute care floors and our partner hospitals.
Most of them really are 9K patients.
Yeah. So then we'll just, again, we'll kind of be looking at any off-service.
We opened Mission Control in 2017, and since then we've had several important improvements. The first was that during the first year we were able to place over 500 patients in our community hospitals, which increased access for patients across our state, many of them coming from rural hospitals across our region. We also were able to operate at a higher occupancy level in the hospital, which allowed us to serve more patients as well.
One of the exciting things about this project is that there has been so much support for the project from very early, and the excitement at being able to take a large number of patients that we hadn't been able to accommodate before and figure out how to accommodate them has been really great.
We are all busy when we provide clinical care, and sometimes you need just somebody who backs you up and connects like 3 specialist services while you taking care of this patient. And Mission Control is the perfect hub to make this happen. Sort of the conductor in the background who facilitates things who otherwise are very difficult.